Is this really happening? Man, I love fall run fishing. You got a ton of bait, meeting a ton of hungry fish, pushing back south, and it can just lend itself to some lights out fishing. Right now, we're throwing an epoxy jig, hoping for some false albacore, but really, anything can happen during a fall run, so I'm prepared for just about anything. I got my plug bag on my hip, got it loaded up with some larger plugs to maybe imitate some adult bunker, but I also have tons of epoxy jigs to imitate the smaller bait that the snapper blues and false albacore really key in on. Now, generally speaking, the spring run is a little bit more predictable than the fall run. A lot of my spring trips are pretty targeted, looking for bigger striped bass. But during these fall run trips, especially during the middle of the day, you never know what you're gonna come across. So having a good rod and reel that can handle just about anything you can throw at it is gonna lead to you being able to, present more lures and ultimately catch more fish too. From this jetty right here, we could be fishing for blues and bass, or I could be targeting the rocks right beneath me for tautog, or what I'm doing right now, which is casting epoxy jigs for false albacore. The fall run is really prime time for all of those species. It also gives you a chance to scale down and simplify your tackle. Right now, I'm actually fishing on my lunch break, and a 7-foot inshore style rod pretty much lives in my car during the fall run. With a 7-foot rod paired with a 4,000 size reel, there's pretty much nothing inshore that you can't manage on this kind of setup. So here we have the Penn Battle 3 combo. The rod pairs with the Penn Battle 3 in the 4,000 size. It's such a versatile style of rod that this season we've targeted striped bass, bluefish, black sea bass, and false albacore with it, and it really hasn't missed a beat. Now, when you're fishing a combo like this, pretty much the only thing you have to change out when you're targeting different species is the leader. When you're targeting stripers, you really want to be in that 30 to 50 pound test range, depending on the size of fish that you're targeting and the kind of structure that you're fishing. But if you're targeting albies on that same rod, you should really be scaling down to 12 pound test or a 15 pound test fluorocarbon leader. You really never know what to expect when you're fishing the fall run. Whoa! Whoa, I just got smoked. And that's why the fall run is so incredible. You just never know what's gonna happen. I was burning in that epoxy jig, and out of nowhere, something smoked it, and it's pulling a lot of drag. I think it's an albie. Wow. I can feel that tail thumping. You can see it going right through the blank, and man, that was a half cast, and he just came out of nowhere and smoked it. Really just goes to show when you're targeting albies, you don't have to rely on seeing the feeds. It's well worth it to blind cast, and even on a flat, calm day like today, blind casting can really pay off. Oh God, he's coming right at me. Oh, there he is, he's swimming right towards the rocks. Wow. Just gotta land this guy. There you go. That is fall run fishing at its best right there.